Welcome back, y'all. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and got as many Pokemon cards as you wanted. I hope Santa came through for all your wish lists, and I wanted to go over why I have all this stuff over here. I own my own candle company as well, so it is Apis Candle. I'll put it in the description. I make beeswax candles, so I run all my operations right over here. So don't worry about all that stuff. Um, but today I wanted to go over why we're not in some sets, right? Why does it not make sense to be in certain sets, and what I'm seeing over the charts and Excel spreadsheets that I am making, right? I've been investing for about a year now, and so I have been buying it and diversifying and at least having one of each booster box or ETB. Those are the main ones I have. I don't get every single one of the piece of ETBs. Some of them I just don't see making sense for what I would want to do. Maybe like I don't have the Destined Rivals one, which I think is really cool, right? So something that I would probably get into. But um, let's take a look at the goodies here. So key points. Let's take a look at the around $500 set value of um, the start of Sword and Shield, which is about like 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, this is how the sets are performing, and I want to keep the pack price as something that you want to keep in mind. Um, this I think is a little insane how the booster boxes are near the total value of the sets, and Darkness Ablaze is actually over, which is which is insane. I think that is great. I think the value of these isn't going to grow as fast because of that, because the total value is less than the box price. So it just doesn't make sense for me to hold these for another 5 years if I did have them. Um, I just don't see the value gain, right? I think it's capped out right now. And so I wanted to come over here and show you guys sets like Stellar Crown. Stellar Crown, Journey Together, and Obsidian Flames, Scarlet and Violet base set. These are similar to around this era, right? And so look at the pack price. It's staying around $7. Total value staying around there. The boxes got up to the value of the set. So that what that tells me is that Stellar Crown here, the pack price is never going to move. So not something that you want to hold, right? I sold all of no, I kept two of the set. Like there's four um like packs that are different, like different styles. So the sets of the packs, so there's like four of them. I have like eight of those, but just to keep them, just so I have like I can look at them if I want to. But the rest of them, I got rid of them. I had probably like 50 of them, and because it's not gonna move. This is what I'm betting on. There's gonna be no movement here. No movement. So the box might get to 400 in 3 years. Do I want to wait 3 years to get to that? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it is a play. I mean, that is money can be made there, right? But then after that, what do I think? Do I think these are going to continue to just climb? I think it's going to be very slow. I think it's not going to be what I would want to see, right? So this is why I only do the high total values here. So this is what I am going to preach because of continuous growth, right? So this is telling me that the booster boxes will continue to go at this total value, right? So the booster box will eventually surpass this number, is average on what it's going to do. So this tells me that there's still a 3x gain on the Evolving Skies booster box, which I think is insane. It's an insane play. This is why I do think it is a good play to have. Um, but when I come back to Stellar Crown, right? I got rid of all of my Stellar Crown, all of my Journey together. I keep one box of each now. So I just keep one because I'm not diversifying. I think it's good if you don't know what you're doing, right? Diversification is not good if, well, it is good if you don't know what you're doing, right? So why go to a financial advisor? Because you don't know what you're doing, you want advice, right? This is basically correlating with the same thing, right? I know what sets I'm going to invest in because I do these Excel spreadsheets, right? So wanted to go over that and why I'm not doing these because they're going to be capped and it's going to take longer for the I'm not going to it's like 5 years away. So I have to wait like 4.5 years for this thing to double to get 505. When let's go over to 151 and these things the ETBs are at 372, right? I'll always preach that um, the specialty sets, the ones without booster boxes, will always do better, which it correlates on the past and how the future has, or how the past has went, right? So like booster box, the packs are at 16. ETBs normally do fairly better than the other main sets because there's not booster boxes. So these are mainly the sets that I'm going after because they grow a lot faster, right? How I perceive money is how fast can you do it? How fast can you make money, right? And so the reason why I have these here and why I invest into the specialty sets mainly is because of that reason. They grow faster. It's what the numbers show. It's and so that's what I'm gonna do. And so of course I sold out of my 151 bundles. So I sold 20 more of these and put them all right here. We got all these. This is the number we want, right? And so right now, um, as of December 26, 2025, you can get these for around $100. Like Facebook Marketplace, there's people that are, getting deals. And so I think it is a phenomenal price because I'm basing it off of how 151 is going to do or is doing. Right, 151. There's a lot of emotions behind it, of course, being the base set, um, like set line. But we want to put these in there because of this right here. This is the whole reason. This number right here. We want the total value to be the maximum. That is the set that you want to be in. And I really think people are sleeping on these right here. Black Bolt and White Flare. It just it's just a screaming buy. This is going to be my next purchase that I'll be putting more into because I think I can get better deals on these ETBs because I think people are sleeping on it. I think people are sleeping on it, and I think this is a great buy because of this. Where do you see this value other than Prismatic and Mega Evolutions? I mean, those are all the buys. These are the buys. This the numbers show me that these are the ones to get into if you're going to hold for at least 2 years, right? Once you hit 2 years, it's going to be starting to look like this guy right here. Once it starts looking like this guy, then we can start selling and then getting the next one, right? So say I had Evolving Skies, I would be selling percentage of it and buying Prismatic because I believe that it's this number right here is going to double and or triple faster than this is going to do it. And so that is the whole play. That is what we want to do. That is the whole game plan of why we do this. Is because we want to double as fast as we can, right? How can we do that? And so I also wanted to go over Sealed product, right? If there is any deformations or rips in your product, I think you should be getting out of them immediately. I think it is not worth the gain. It's like about a 10% loss if it has a little rip in it, right? Or there's a dent in the box or something like that, right? Those boxes you want to sell to the rippers. We want to sell to the rippers because that 10% over a long period of time is going to hurt. It's basically paying interest on a product that you're buying, right? It's not worth it, right? You would rather have and pay a little bit extra now to have the premium box than have a ripped box. It's just it makes sense. And I wanted to get into again the booster bundles. Right, the reason why I sold out on most, I only have a couple left because I don't think that booster bundles are a good product to hold. I think it's mainly they are mass produced. They are meant for rippers, basically. People that rip packs, I think you should only buy bundles, right? And I think breaking down the percentages on, right, not everyone can be like me. Not everyone can not rip a pack and do that for a long period of time. And so you got to find your percentage, right? You want to have, if you want to rip and hold, get your percentage right. You can either do 50-50, you can do 80-20, right? It's figuring out your medium, but I think always holding at least some sealed product is a great idea. It's just if you are doing that, which ones should you be holding, right? And so if you're going to do a 50-50 rip and hold, how about we rip rip the bundles, hold the boxes, you know? It makes sense that way, right? Because these aren't going to grow as fast. These are going to grow, right? I know it's always nice to rip a booster box. I remember doing it. I've done multiple booster box rips, and I just thinking back on it now, it's like why did I do that, right? I was ripping Evolving Skies boxes when they were 200. When they were 200 a box, I was ripping them, and to think back and see these charts on where they're at, I wish I never did. And I would have a lot more product if I did. Just hold them. And so this is why this channel is going over why you should hold into certain sealed product because anyone can do it, right? You can buy a product, hold it, and it can be a good hobby for you as well. You know, wanted to choose a hobby that I enjoy, and it wasn't a waste of my time, right? If drinking beer was my hobby, um, I'm basically paying for a product, and then it goes to zero, right? There's no, the outcome of it is just affecting you, right? And you're not getting any money or value out of it, I would say. Right? And so I chose Pokemon because I enjoy it. I've been doing it for a while. I've been collecting cards. I did it as a kid, and now I have to do it because I enjoy just seeing the boxes in general. Honestly, I've become more fond of not looking at the cards and looking at the box. Like I've got I will eventually show you guys all of the sealed boxes in my collection as a whole. Just we're not there yet. I would love to have a rack back there with all my cases and stuff, but that's all put away in a different area. But over here, I did get a I did get I went to IKEA and got the shelving unit that is fit for the BCW boxes, and I can't wait to show you guys that because once I'm done with it, it will look really cool holding all my cards, which I cannot wait for. I got it for good old Christmas because I've got so many cards now. Well, I have bulk cards, right? I don't hold as many valuable cards. I only hold staff cards. So staff cards are my thing. I enjoy playing in the tournaments, and so I enjoy the staff cards. But I also see a value in the staff cards because there's not as many printed and things like that, right? It's easier to tell how many are made and are out there because there's just not as many, right? There's probably max 1,000 that are sent out, like pack wise, that come in like fours. But I also like the world championship staffs, which I'm slowly getting more and more of because I think those are cool. I think those will always continue to grow rather than buying cards that are in the sets that, you know, it's harder to gauge the value on because it's based off of people's emotions, right? So I only do the World Championship staff cards and or staff cards and then sealed product now because it's what makes the most sense for the gains. That's where I see it, and I do have some one of one staff cards that I'll probably will never leave my possession, which I think is cool, and I hope to hold them for 20 years, and maybe someone wants to give me a fat chunk of change, and we go from there. But yeah, again, the plan hasn't changed. We see the numbers. We see the numbers. This is where we want to be at, right? Prismatic evolutions, Black Bolt White Flare, and Mega evolutions. I'm not too fond of Phantasmal Flames. It's continuing to drop time over time, and it's it's gonna be somewhere like this. I don't think I can see the set overall doing crazy things. I see it as it's gonna be that Charizard again, and it's gonna be just like Obsidian Flames, but the one card is gonna be better, right? It might be the number one Charizard ever created, but will that carry the entire set for the next 5 years? We'll find out. You'll find out here on the channel, actually, because we will be going over it. And so that's all I got for today. Again, I hope everyone had a great Christmas. I hope everyone got as many Pokemon cards as they asked for. And everyone, again, this is just my thoughts on the market. If you disagree, feel free to let me know in the comment section. And or if you have any good plays that you think you um, you see in here off of my numbers, let me know. I would love to, make more content and let you guys know on more plays that can be made and how to better, hold sealed product from Pokemon. So, y'all have a good night, alright?